Hello everyone, so for today's video I've got another weight loss diary. I know that I haven't been putting them up as regularly, probably since just before Christmas. I have felt like for the last couple of months that I've not been happy with what I've been doing. I've not really been feeling like I've been consistent, and I feel like I was so lost, and I lost my rhythm, and I wasn't seeing the weight come off as quickly, that I really just didn't know what to say and what to do. I really should have still been filming the videos anyway, but the whole point of these is to help people. The whole point of my vlogs is just to show you that, everything might not always go as you plan, but this is what I do and these are the results I get from what I'm doing. Whereas with the weight loss diary videos, I just want to kind of talk to you about, what I've found to be successful and helpful for the most part. I'm really sorry that they haven't been going up as regularly as what they have been in the past. Really have been thinking about it, and I feel like I've been trying to stick to what I was doing for so long that I forgot that there's obviously other stuff that I could try, there's other stuff that I can do, and if something wasn't working for me, then I just needed to stop that and change that. So I was doing the keto diet, and at first it was fairly easy, and I saw the weight coming off really quickly and I felt great. It worked out for me at the time, it fit in with my day-to-day life. But obviously then, things started changing, and I just have found myself lately just not enjoying it as much. I feel like it's almost made me feel a bit like sick, just the thought of eating some of the foods, and I've just been struggling with it. And especially because the unfortunate thing that I found with it is most of the meals that I would eat, I would have to do a lot of prepping and a lot of cooking, and to be honest, it's not always that easy, and I would find myself eating something like toast, or not even something that was really, really, really bad, but just something that I shouldn't be eating. And that was something that I wanted to stop, and I just kind of thought about what would be easiest for me to do, what would be easiest for me to follow, and just get myself back into the groove of losing weight. I still like elements of the keto. I still like the kind of low carb of it, and I like the no sugar. But what I'm gonna do, I don't want to say I'm doing the keto diet, because I don't think that I can technically call it that. I'm still gonna be very careful with my carbs, and I'm still gonna avoid sugar pretty much at all costs. The thing that, like I said, that I found most difficult is probably the evening meal, because I'm going to the gym and Brooke's going to bed and all that kind of stuff, and just to kind of make and prep and do all that in the evening can be really difficult. And there's times when it's like 9:30 at night and I'm about to make my dinner, and the thought of doing all that is so hard. And if you give yourself a plan that's a lot easier to follow and doesn't require as much, then you probably are going to be more successful sticking with it. And I spoke to my dad, and he's done a similar kind of keto thing in the past, and he said at first it's really good, but then it was really hard to stick to. And I think my body reacted to it well, but for some reason it just made me plateau. And I think your body does change, and I have also been on the pill since just before Christmas as well, so that probably hasn't helped. So I do want to adapt my body to that and hope that what I'm doing now is going to be better. So I'm sorry for that ramble or rant. But basically, I still want to not eat breakfast. Breakfast is something that I never really eat anyway. So I'm still doing the intermittent fasting, which is something that I've always found pretty easy to stick to. I will sometimes have a coffee in the mornings. That is something that I'm really trying to cut back on. Not because I feel like it's bad, but it's just something that I think would be easy to kind of slowly slip into putting normal sugar in if I haven't got any trivia left or anything like that. So it's something that I have every once in a while, but I don't want to kind of rely on that. I want to have like a wrap or a salad or a little bit of rice and some veg, or maybe a tiny amount of pasta and some veg for my lunch. Lunch is probably the easiest meal for me to do some prepping, and if there's anything that needs to be cooking, to cook it. So that's something that I will start doing. And I bought myself some wraps. I did also buy myself some low calorie crisps, and I have got some veg and some chicken and stuff. So that will be the time of day when I have a little bit of carbs. And everything that I have bought, I've checked, and it is all still under, you know, about 30 grams of carbs anyway, you know, for the whole portion. So it's still relatively low, but I was really restricting myself to basically eating nothing that was a bit carby, where in actual fact I can still have it. But the other thing that I was starting to be a little bit worried about is that I was really struggling to get fibre in. So when it comes to snack time, I might have a little bit of like porridge with maybe some like almond milk, or have something, you know, like a low sugar cereal. The reason that I want to do that is because, you know, I feel like it does keep me fuller, and like I said, the fibre is really difficult when you're doing the keto diet, because I do want to still avoid like fruit, but obviously you can generally get quite a lot of fibre from like cereals and porridges, but keeping it low sugar is going to, you know, benefit me. So yeah, that's that really. And also have some like carrots or something as a snack, because carrots is something that is really easy to just, you know, grab and just eat on the go, and you know, it's really healthy for you, some veg. And then at the moment I'm gonna start having soup for my dinner. I love soup so much, and I don't know why I don't have it more often. And you can find, you know, most soups don't really tend to have a lot of sugar in anyway. So I bought some of the Heinz tomato soup, that's my favourite one. And then I also did buy a couple of boxes of like cuppa soups, just so that when I go into work, if I'm working through lunch, then I can just quickly make myself one up. Because I had to work all day Monday, I didn't have any food with me, so I ended up having to go and get a toastie for my lunch, which is not something that I would want to do on a regular basis. And if I end up working a lot through lunch, then it would be something that would probably become a habit. Whereas if I've taken a cup of soup, then I've got myself sorted. I just feel like I want something that's light, but still something that's going to fill me up. You know, soup's obviously very easily digested, and I just, you know, it's so quick to make, and yeah, it tastes nice. And then if I don't have like a lot of carbs for my lunch, then I will probably have a little bit of bread, or, you know, some crackers or something with it as well anyway. So, you know, that's something that's going to be very easy for me to follow. And it will work out well with going to the gym. Yesterday we went to the gym in the afternoon, so I ended up actually having the soup before. And it was nice because it wasn't, my stomach didn't feel really heavy. Because a lot of the times we find that we don't decide when we're going to the gym until last minute. So it can be difficult for me to either make the time to eat before I go to the gym, you know, and leave a long enough gap. Or by the time I come home, I'm tired and I've got, you know, I've got other stuff I have to do. So I just want to make something that's a little bit more easy. There's something that's realistic to follow. And the one thing that I did stop doing was counting calories. And I got so into the whole keto aspect of it, I really wasn't paying attention to how many calories I was eating. And I think that's probably a major reason as to why I wasn't losing as much weight. Or, you know, I wasn't losing anything at all. And the other thing that I think I was almost relying on was like the carb nights. And, you know, very often on a Saturday we'll go out and, you know, we'll go out for a nice meal, and it's so hard to not binge. And I wasn't counting calories at all on Saturdays, which I think is still important to do. I feel like for me, I'd rather know that I'm having a treat every single day. And to me, a treat is like having a wrap, because, you know, I enjoy eating like that. Or, you know, having a really small bit of like dark chocolate, or having a biscuit or something like that. And so I feel like I don't want to give myself a day where I can completely binge. Maybe on a Saturday I might have like an egg bagel or something for my lunch. I get so into it and then I kind of zone out and I start binging on a Saturday. And that's just something that I really want to avoid, because then all I do is have to spend that next week losing the weight that I put on the Saturday, which is not something I want to be doing. I'm never going to get to where I want to be if I'm constantly having to lose the weight that I've put on at the beginning of the week and then some, and it just takes so much longer. And that's the reason why I think I wasn't losing as much weight, because I was gaining so much weight over the weekend and then not being able to lose that plus an extra 2 pounds, you know, through the week. Because you can very easily put on 2 pounds just from a weekend of bad eating. It's something that happens very quickly, and then before you know it, you're sitting there thinking, I've now got to lose that weight plus then carry on. So I was very frustrated in terms of my weight. I was 11 stone and 6 pounds, and then I did go up to 11 stone and 9 pounds, which it really did upset me. And I you know, I still weigh myself on a daily basis, and I would weigh myself and I'd lose a little bit, then I'd, you know, do whatever during the day. I'd maybe have one too many cups of coffee, or I'd have a coffee out. And obviously when you have coffees out, I would have like a, you know, there'd be like a little bit of syrup in it or something, and it just was creeping up on me, and I felt like I was being unrealistic as to what I can achieve. I've really been enjoying doing the vlogs, and I think that they are something that's not only going to help me stick to it, but just, you know, help me show you more as to what I actually do. So I really hope you do enjoy them. I know that the last one was probably pretty boring, which I'm sorry about that. But this is the first week where I'm actually trying new things, and I am already, you know, feeling a lot better about it, and I've already lost a little bit of weight as well. I will change things up every once in a while, and you know, obviously you do find times when you are like plateauing, and it's just what happens. You can so easily get too comfortable in what you're doing, and you can start seeing the results you want to see, and then you feel like you've achieved so much and you deserve a treat, whereas in actual fact I haven't got to where I want to be yet, and I'm still quite far off it. So to be feeling like I've achieved so much now, I think is a little bit too much for me, and I think I need to be very careful that I am still thinking ahead rather than thinking what I've already done. And that's the hard thing when people are saying to you, oh my god, you look like you've lost so much weight, you look so good, and then you start to think, wow, I feel good, I feel like I've lost a lot of weight. And you look at pictures of you before, and you know, I've watched videos of myself from like last year and think, oh, I do look so different, I do feel so different. But then, you know, I still look at myself now and I'm not 100% happy with my body. I'm not exactly where I want to be, and it doesn't make me feel good when I think about that. And I think that's something that I need to keep reminding myself, that I still have things I need to do. I still have to work hard, and if anything now I'm going to have to start working harder and harder and harder and harder and harder, because the last thing I want to do is get to my like wedding day and think I cheated, or you know, I just didn't get to where I wanted to be just because I got lazy with it, which you know, it's going to happen. You are going to go through bad times when it comes to dieting, and I think it's just unrealistic to think that I was going to get to where I wanted to be without having a period like this. And I almost feel like I needed a time like this to really be like, right, this is it now, I need to really zone in. So this is going to be a lot better, it's going to be a lot easier for me to follow. I'm just going to do it for a while, and I think maybe in like a month's time, or you know, obviously if I do it for a couple of weeks and I don't see any results, I can sort of reevaluate it again and change what needs to be changed. I really hope that you do find these helpful, and I really hope that you do enjoy the vlogs as well. I think that this is probably one of the hardest things about life is doing all this weight loss stuff. And you know, some people are lucky enough where it just comes naturally to them, it comes easier to them, and other people obviously aren't so lucky enough. Yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and like I said, if you ever have any questions or anything, please leave them in the comments down below, and these will continue to go up on a Wednesday. And like I said, just follow my vlogs and you'll see more as a day-to-day thing of what I do, what I eat and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!